What's going on, everyone? My name is Javier Castillo, and let's talk about the Flash Season 4 Comic-Con trailer that just dropped a little while ago. I just rushed home from work and I am just trying to get myself together because I am very hyped. I had some problems with the trailer, but I'll get into that in a second. But overall, I am just excited for Barry and the team to be back, because as you saw, Barry is coming back. Some people were saying that they did a close-up and they think it's Barry from 2024. I do not think so. We'll get to that in a second, but if you are somebody who comes to the channel for the first time, make sure you like this video because that would help me out quite a bit. Subscribe, comment, all that stuff. I am covering Flash first and then Legends because I love the Legends trailer. There was a lot of cool stuff with it, with Vixen, and we'll get into that later. And then later on when Arrow drops. But let's get into the trailer breakdown. If you haven't seen it, please go watch it because there is no reason to watch this video unless you have watched that. This video started out a bit differently than what I thought it would. It was Iris narrating at the beginning. How we see usually Barry narrate, "I'm the fastest man alive," and "I'm not really," because Zoom and Savitar is, but I mean, he doesn't really say that, but let's be honest. I thought that Wally was going to be narrating. It's actually, well, from what we saw, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be from episode 1, because this is just really summing up footage from episode 1. If it's some parts of episode 2, I'm very surprised, but this is just episode 1. I really liked that it was different. She was narrating and she was just kind of really, she is just showing how she is just trying to cope with Barry being gone, because how these shows usually work is that they start up 3 months after. So it's like how we have our time, it's like our time but in Central City time. So, but this time it's a bit different. This time, this is 6 months from the last time we saw them. So Iris has been without Barry for half a year. Barry has been stuck in a Speed Force for half a year. And I'm really excited to see what, not just how he comes out, but what he learned, if he learned anything, if he got a new suit. Maybe that's him, how they did a close-up of the belt. Some people think it's from 2024. I do not think so, because like if you remember from Flash Season 3 Episode 1, he came back from Flashpoint in 1 episode. I'm still pissed about that, but they're going to do the same thing. Just watch it. They're going to do the same thing. He's going to come back at the end of Episode 1. Whatever. I love Barry. I love Grant Gustin. He is going to come back with a beard, as we saw on his Instagram, and then he is clean shaven like he usually looks. He's so handsome. Barry is gonna be back. We saw Iris just trying to cope as much as she could, and Joe just really like talking to her like, "How are you okay with this?" And she's like, "I'm not okay with it. Obviously, how would I be okay with it? But I'm just trying to cope as much as I can because the love of my life, the fastest man alive, is gone." So yeah, I really want to see kind of her throughout these 6 months, kind of like how maybe desperate she got, or how she lost a little faith that Barry wasn't gonna be back, and how they were coping with that. The also big thing that we saw, not just from the whole, like we had seen pictures leaked like a little while ago of Cisco and Wally teaming up to fighting the samurai villain that's gonna be probably towards the first half of the season. You know how like they do that in every season, and then they're going to really focus on the Thinker, which I had a problem with this. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, it's a samurai. I'll get into a little bit of the samurai. I'm just trying to plow through this as much as I can. I will later do a breakdown, like really in-depth breakdown of what is really going on. But yeah, we saw some leaked pictures way back of Cisco and Wally teaming up, and then them fighting this samurai person robot. That's what's really going on. His sword, like the effect that they did for that with the awesome, I really like that. It's different. It was different. But the thing that I really liked seeing was Caitlin. Caitlin is back. Caitlin, well, she was gonna be back away, but everyone thought that she was Killer Frost. She's still gonna be Killer Frost in this season. But I saw an interview before, like a couple hours ago, before the trailer dropped, of Team Flash with Entertainment Weekly, and they were asking them some questions. They were like, "Oh, will Caitlin be back?" You'll probably be pleasantly surprised, and we see that she's gonna be back. She's gonna be helping the team, but I'm not sure. I'll watch it again, but I'm not sure if she was wearing her necklace, or maybe she just has a little bit more control of her powers or something. But Caitlin is back, and it's very exciting to see, as like I said before, like the Captain Cold thing. She will probably be an enemy when she's in her Killer Frost persona, obviously. Killer Frost, Killer. enemy, but I don't know if she has a little bit more control. And I love the little subtleties of the coldness that they gave her, because she came out with Captain Cold's cold gun and she was like, what, are you surprised to see me, or something like that. And I love it because it's not just like she just showed up and it's Caitlyn, oh, it's Caitlyn. Like, we're all expecting her to see with her cold powers, but it's like it's Caitlyn, but she's cold with the cold gun. Like, it's just like cool. It's just like reminding us that it's Caitlyn, but deep down she still has her cold powers. I don't know, like, that's how I saw it when I first saw it. That's what I felt. I loved it. But let's get into the big thing. The big thing. Barry's gonna be back. There were some problems that I had with it. Well, let's get into two things. First of all, let's just get into the problems, and then we'll end with the happiness. Two problems. Big problems. The Thinker, they did not show him. I was very disappointed about that. I'm excited that they showed the samurai dude, but we already knew that he was going to be in the first episode from the leaked pictures from a while back. I am very disappointed that they did not show the Thinker. In season 2, they didn't have like any like real footage of Zoom, but they still showed like the graphic and with the colors, and it was like, we knew it was Zoom. And they did something like that with Savitar, and they could have done something. We all know it's the Thinker. We all know it's Clifford DeVoe that's coming with the mechanic, and I wanted to see something, you know? I wanted to see something. The second big problem I had, we basically saw episode 1. That's some of the like the big gripes that I have. Not just like, not with this. I mean, they've done that before, but not really. But like with like some movie trailers. I don't know if you have this, because I love watching movie trailers so much. One of my favorite channels is Beyond the Trailer with Grace, and well, whatever. That's, if you watch that, that's awesome. I love movie trailers, and I really freaking hate when they show the whole, basically they show the whole movie in the 2-minute span of a trailer. And I feel like they did this with this episode. They obviously, they're gonna show like them fighting, and they're gonna show the 6-month span of what really happened with them and all that stuff. They're gonna show the fight with the samurai and all that stuff, but I feel like they really focused on the main points of the first episode, but I feel like they focused it a little bit too much and too fast, because we already knew that Barry is gone. We knew that she is coping. We knew that Iris is coping with it, and we knew that Wally, and unless you're like, I haven't seen anything, no videos, no pictures, no nothing, we knew that Wally and Cisco were gonna team up and do like a buddy cop thing. We knew all that stuff. We knew Wally was gonna be back, and they just showed. I'm super excited to see, but we just saw everything in episode 1. That is a big thing. Like, the only thing that's really left for me in this episode is to see what really happened in that 6-month time span between Barry entering the Speed Force and then Barry coming back at the end of episode 1. I really want to see really kind of in depth of what happened those past 6 months. As you can see, I am very excited for this, as you should be. Who knows how many times I freaking refresh my notifications for the CW, and I'm very, very, very excited for this upcoming season of Flash. And like I said, how I watched the Entertainment Weekly interview a couple hours ago before the trailer dropped, they were saying that the team, and not just the team, but the writers and the creators of the show, they were saying they want to bring a bit more of the fun factor going forward. Because if you remember, season 3 was pretty dark, with the whole Iris was gonna die and Barry, future Barry, Savitar, really like going through a lot of changes, and it was dark. Like, that the season was dark, and in the interview they were saying that it did put a toll on them. It did put a toll on Grant, Barry Allen, because how he was like the person playing, I don't know, it was dark. It was a dark season, and they said that they want from now on to still have it dark, obviously, but I feel like that, I think they said that that's the most dark they might go. I'm really kind of hoping they go a little bit darker in a coming season, but I understand not just to keep it dark, because then it becomes the era. The Flash, if you know the Flash, that is also why I love the Flash. He is my favorite character, because he is lighthearted, he is comedic, he is freaking just awesome. That's the show, because the fun show out of all of them is Legends of Tomorrow. That is the fun show. It could just do basically whatever the hell it wants. But the Flash is the more, it has a very, very good dynamic and storyline. Not saying that Legends doesn't, but it's on I feel like on another level, but it's funny, it's fun. And last season they were kind of missing that, and I feel like they're gonna really just amp up the funness coming from now on, as from what they said. I am excited. You should also be excited. Next, I am covering the trailer for Legends of Tomorrow. I'm sorry, if you are a fan of Supergirl, I'm still not caught up with the second season. Sorry. But I will try and catch up, and I will review that trailer, really like kind of break that down as much as I possibly can. And when the Arrow trailer drops, I will get on that as fast as I can. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you are stumbling across the channel for the first time, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. Like I said, this is the first trailer. Well, the other trailers dropped already, but this is the first trailer I am putting up, and reviewing trailers and breakdowns and all that goodness is coming up. Some new Justice League footage dropped. The trailer, amazing. The first trailer of, well, this is the full trailer, but like the first, like, I guess teaser or sneak peek or whatever it was a couple months ago from Justice League did not get me that excited. I was excited a little bit. I was a little bit let down, but this one, this is a banger. Like, this is something else, man. This freaking year, amazing. But yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. My name's Haseo Castillo, and I will catch you in the next video.